This is the tiniest guitar we've done yet.
I know, I like it. See what you got.
Very little.
I like it. Quinton King, thank you for being here. Thanks
bet.
for watching. I'm Paul. We are at Music Villa in Bozeman, Montana. I'm with Quinton King, and today we're doing something really different for us.
Yes.
I'm making Quinton play a mandolin, and you're doing a fine job.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you.
And we're doing this because, for one, there's a lot of mando people out there. A lot of people who are acoustic guitar players also play mandolin, and because of the fact that we haven't had a Gibson Mando in a long time. So, this is the F-5G, and it's been around a long time. The original, Bill Monroe one, the Lloyd Loar, created the F-style mandolin, in the early 20s? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's about right.
So far afield here.
And, he created this mando that became later the bluegrass legendary F-style. I think it was probably created for a completely different style when it was first built. But those are some of the most sought-after mandolins of all time. And, Gibson they make a great mandolin. Years back there was the Master model, the F5, a bunch of different models, and we sold them a lot. But there was a lot of things, I think, in the Gibson factory. They had the flooding. They had a bunch of different things. So the bluegrass instruments have been kind of up and down with Gibson as far as them getting them developed and out the door and shipped to the dealers. So there's not a lot of these mandos out there. This sounds great. Sounds great. It's what I like to hear in an F-style mandolin, because it's that kind of, I don't know, woodsy bluegrass. You can do anything on it, but I always think of bluegrass music. Killer maple back and sides. This one now, the bound on the top. Yeah, so you got the binding on the top, spruce top. Mm-hmm. I think they radius the fingerboard now. And I think on the old ones they didn't. And I think it's just,
I think I see some radius.
Yeah. So it's probably just a little more comfort, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm not a, mando expert on the specs, but on the sound, I can already tell.
The only thing I can do, my apologies in advance to all the actual mandolin players out there. I can chuck and I can goof around a little bit out of the G skit.
Yeah.
But what I think mandolins offer are, bluegrass is the first association, but I think there's so many players out there where, obviously Chris Thiele comes to mind, but there's such a versatile instrument.
Yeah.
You can really play any style.
Totally.
Jazz, classical, lots of different types of acoustic music, not just bluegrass, but lots of Irish music as well. But, they're fun, and I think, I have a mandolin. I have a Weber.
Yeah.
That was built for me by a friend when the Weber factory was just down the road. Yeah. And, so I goof on them a little bit, and they're just so much fun.
They are fun.
Right. They're just, if you're an acoustic player and you haven't picked one of these up, of course, you're going to take a little time learning the new scale tune in fifths instead of.
Yep. Do you know the bluegrass chop chords?
Yeah. Well, I can chuck, as they call it, the chop. But I'm very bad at it, so that's about the extent of my mandolin skills. But so another one that comes to mind is Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Right, who's written some really great tunes. Was it a ukulele?
Yeah.
But I thought he also did some mandolin stuff for Into the Wild.
Nope.
Did you ever heard that one? Yeah,
I did. But I think that's a ukulele. I could be wrong now that I think about it. Now this sounds like it, but I thought that whole album was ukulele.
It could be. Somebody in the comments can correct us.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought he did play a little mandolin.
And that's a great album, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a lovely album. I think it's really cool.
But as far as playability, it's
Yeah.
it's as far as my experience, which is not extensive with mandolins, it does play very nice. I don't know what the nut widths are.
I don't
on these.
either,
This feels
actually.
like pretty standard, which is a little tight if you're a guitar player and you're
Yeah.
not used to it. But you'll figure it out,
Oh, yeah.
when you get around a little bit.
Well,
But it's
I
got a little depth. When I'm listening, because I'm a guitar player and because I like dreadnoughts,
Right.
even on smaller instruments like this, I'm usually listening to hear, does it have a little bottom end
Yeah.
relative to the instrument? And this
Yeah.
one's got
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
it's got a little low, so it provides a fuller profile. Even though you're clearly up in the upper ranges, it doesn't sound tinny.
Right.
If that's appropriate.
I call it woodsy. It's got that, what I like in an F-style mandolin is that woodsy kind of, it's a neat instrument. So,
Oh, very cool.
Well-
I'm not going to butcher or offend
Yeah.
the mandolin players out there by
yeah.
goofing
And
on
I'm
too
not
much.
going to keep talking about something I'm not that good at talking
It's
about
never
either. So,
stopped you before.
yeah, well, we're going to do another video with, and
Right.
we're going to answer a lot of people's questions and comments. So,
That's right. Yeah.
We'll-
so
we'll,
this is the F-5G.
yep.
Just another instrument in the long line of a very historic mandolin maker.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Quinton, thank you. We'll let
bet.
you doodle around on the end here, and thanks for being here. Thanks for watching.